Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Yumna Dzakirah from medical student Unisola in 2022 class. Okay, I want to present my chapel consort for the journal or article that I found, and you can see in the right here you can see this is a journal or article that I found, and in the right you can see the table consort. Okay, for the first you can see the section or topic title and abstract. In 1A, identification as a randomized trial in the title. Okay, you can find it in here in the title. Effect of exercise for depression, systematic review and network meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials. So this journal is controlled trials, and they're used for systematic review and network meta-analysis. The subject is effect of exercise for depression. Okay, next in 1B, structure, summary of trial design, method, result, and conclusion. For specific, we didn't see consort for abstract. You can see it in abstract. Yeah, you can see the structure. In the abstract you can find objective, design, methods, data source, eligibility criteria for selecting studies, result, conclusion, and systematic review, registration. Next, in number 2, section or topic in introduction, background and objectivize. In 2A, scientific background and explanation of rationale. Okay, you can find in introduction in here. The background is they explain the 3 background. For the first, you can find it in here. Major depressive disorder is leading cause of disability worldwide. And number 2, although people with major depressive disorder often respond well to drug treatment and psychotherapy, but many are resistant to treatment. I mean, the treatment is drug. In addition, access to treatment for many people with depression is limited. So the treatment for major depressive disorder is limited, with only 51% treatment coverage or for high income countries in 51%, but 20% for low and lower middle income countries. Yeah, for low and lower middle countries, just 20%. But exercise may be an effective complement or alternative to drug and psychotherapy. In addition to mental health benefit, exercise also improves a range of physical and cognitive outcomes. So I guess the exercise for people who have major depressive disorder, who live in low and lower middle income countries, because as far as I know, low and lower middle income countries have treatment about major depressive disorder. It's so expensive. Okay, next, in number 2B, specific objectives or hypothesis. The object is major depressive disorder, people who have major depressive disorder, and hypothesis is exercise may be an effective complement or alternative to drugs and psychotherapy. Okay, next in methods in 3A, description of trial design such as parallel factorial including allocation ratio. Okay, you can find the trial design in here in methods. So the trial design for the first author want to design with reporting it items for systematic review and meta-analysis, network meta-analysis, Prisma and NMA. But they change to Cochrane comparing multiple intervention methods group. Number 3B, important change to methods after trial commencement, such as eligibility criteria with reasons. Okay, they change before use Prisma and MA, and they change to Cochrane comparing multiple intervention methods group because they amended their analysis strategy after requisition or review. These changes were to be better aligned with new norms established by Cochrane comparing. And then they use another tools like confidence in network meta-analysis or cinema, an online tool like grading of recommendation, assessment, development, and evaluation or grade. Okay, next in for A, eligibility criteria for participant. Okay, you can find in here. In eligibility criteria, so they exclude intervention were shorter than 1 week. Why shorter than 1 week? Because you can find in here participant with postpartum depression, because the Diagnostic Statistic Manual of Mental Health Disorder or DSM-5 DSM in 5th edition removed the postpartum when set specified after the analysis was complete. Or in DSM-5 they say like for using diagnostic for major depressive is more than 2 weeks, and they can shorten than 1 week. But this meta-analysis allowing to quantify the effects again, establish a treatment like SSRI, CBT, active control condition, placebo tablet, stretching, or weight loss control condition. And next in 4B, setting and location were data that were collect. Okay. In methods, we can find the setting and location where the data were collected, but I have some clue for answer it. Okay, they said our findings are presented according to preferred reporting items for this, and you can find supplementary files in here in this link. Okay, next, number 5, the intervention for each group with sufficient details to allow replication, including how and when they were actually administered. you can find in data items. Yeah. For each study, we extracted description of the intervention, including frequency, intensity, and type, and the time for exercise intervention. And the reason is we calculated the earth energy expenditure dose of exercise for arm as metabolic equivalent task, or METs, mean minutes per week. So they also rated the level of autonomy offered to participant from scale. Okay, we next 6A, completely defined pre-specified primary and secondary outcome measure, including how and when they were assessed. Okay. For number 6A, you can find it in primary. Okay. In here, in summary measure and synthesis, the Bayesian arm-based model also has the influence of hypotheses moderators such as intensity, dose, age, and sex. Network methods use contrast-based methods comparing post-test score between study arm. This. And for secondary, I can find it in here in this article. And next, 6B, any change to trial outcomes after trial commenced with reason. I can find it because when the author changed for the first slide, Cochrane compare multiple intervention methods group, they never change their plan again. Next, number 7A, how sample size was determined. Okay, for number 7, you can find in here. Okay, next in number 7B, when applicable, explanation of any interim analysis and stopping quit lines. I can find it in here. And next in 8A, method used to generate the random allocation sequence. You can find it in methods. The method use Cochrane compare multiple intervention methods group, and then they use cinema or confidence in hybrid meta-analysis and grade, like grading of recommendation, assessment, development, and evaluation. Okay, next in number 8B and 9, I can find it in their article. And next, number 10, who generate the random allocation sequence, who enrolled participant, and who assigned participant to intervention. For the first, who generate the random allocation sequence is this, the Cochrane comparing multiple intervention methods group, and then they generated again with cinema, that's what I said before, and grade, and then to enrolled participant and who assigned participant to the intervention, You can see in here why some paper cut intervention, and this answer will answer for number 14A. Okay, next for number 11A. If done, who was blinded after assignment intervention, for example participant care provider, those access and outcome, and how. I can found it. Who was blinded after assignment to intervention. Next in number 11B and 12A, I can found it too, like number 11A. Next in 12B, methods for additional analysis such as subgroup analysis and adjust analyze. You can find it in additional analyze. We moderated for participant criteria including participant sex, age, baseline symptom severity, and present or absent comorbidities, duration, intervention, weeks, weekly dose, and intervention between completion treatment measured to test robustness to remission. For use, they should use meta-card or meta-analytical classification and registries. Next in 13A, for each group, the number of participants who were randomly resigned received intended treatment and were analyzed for the primary outcome. You can find it in here. Totaling 495 arms and more than 18,000 participants. This. Next for 13B. For each group, losses and exclusion after randomization together with reason. You can find it in here. We removed nodes with fewer than 100 participants. Using this filter, most intervention contain comparison with at least 4 other nodes in the network geometry. When net splitting was used on all possible combinations in the network for 2 out of the 120 comparison, we found statistically significant incoherence between direct and indirect evidence, like SSRI or with least control. Next in 14A, dates defining the periods of recruitment and follow-up. Before the dates, I can find it in here, but you can see in here for the periods of recruitment and follow-up. For 14B way, the trial ended or was stopped, and found in here. Report exclude all reason in here, mostly because no subgroup with depression and no depression scores reported. Next in 15, a table showing baseline demographic and clinical characteristic for each group. You can find it in here, this table. Number 16, for each group, number of participant, denominator included in each analysis, and whether that the analysis was by original assigned group. For 16, confound it in here. To reduce effect below clinical significant threshold, that is with statistically significant result would need to be reported 58 times more frequently than studies with no significant result. Next in number 17a, for each primary and secondary outcomes result for each group and estimated effect size and its precision, such as 95% confidence interval. You can find it in here. This graphic for 70A and 70B. Okay, next in number 18, result of any other analysis performed. Another perform including a subgroup analysis and adjust analysis distinguishing pre-specified from exploratory. Okay. You can find number 18 in here. One study found that the effect from aerobic exercise intervention were not mediated with long-term physical activity, but instead were mediated by exercise-specific effect regulation. Another study found that neither exercise self-efficacy nor depression coping self-efficacy mediated effect of aerobic exercise. Effect of aerobic exercise were not mediated by the end-to amplitude from ECG or electroencephalography, hypnotized, and neurocorrelated of cognitive control deficit. Next in number 19, Olympic harms or unintended effect in each group. You can find in here. The study found that the effect of aerobic exercise but not yoga mediated by increased acceptance, perceived hustle, and awareness were not statistically significant mediators. Another study found that the effect of yoga were mediated by increased self-comparison but not rumination, self-criticism, tolerance of uncertainty, body awareness, body trust, mindfulness, and attentional bias. Next, number 20, trial limitation addressing source of potential bias, implication, and if relevant multiplicity of analyze. You can find number 20 in here. With small number of study, low number of participants, and biases in the study design prohibits us from recommending dance more strongly. Just dance more strongly. Okay, number 21, generalizability, external validity, application of trial findings. You can find it in here. The WHO, or the World Health Organization, recommends physical activity for everyone, including those with chronic condition and disabilities. Next, in number 22, interpretation consistent with result, balancing benefit and harms, and considering all the relevant evidence. You can find it in here. Duration imposed as considerable global burden when exercise modalities appear to be effective treatments, particularly walking or jogging, strength training, and yoga, but confidence in many of the findings was low. Even preliminary data that may help practitioner tailor intervention to individuals. Next, in number 23, requisition number and number name of trial registry. Number 23, I can find it that you can get some clue in abstract in here. This review registration. Okay. projects. And number 24, whether the full Jira protocol can be accessed if available. For data sharing, you can find it in here, this link. And number 25, source of funding and always support such a supply of drugs role of funders. I can find in here funding no one received, so they never get support, other support and other funding. Okay, it's enough. We can finish it. The consort table, and yeah, I guess it's enough. So assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.